Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait.
What's going on, move makers? If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mariah and I'm a flight attendant for a major airline. So you're probably thinking, Mariah, you're not in your car, you're not in your uniform, what is going on? Okay, so we are on an A-Day 6. Oh my goodness, I have not done an A-Day 6 in I don't know how long, but here we are. So because we're gonna be on call for 6 days straight, I'm gonna break up this video. This is gonna be part 1, so the first 3 days, and then part 2 is gonna be the last 3 days. Now, the only reason why I'm doing this A-Day 6 is because June is a very hectic month for me, always, because it's my mom's birthday and then it's my best friend's birthday. So I had to squish a lot of things together because I need certain days off to celebrate them. So it's not an ideal schedule, but it's worth it at the end of the day because they mean so much to me. My mom is everything to me. Of course, you guys know that. So I am just so ready to celebrate them, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to do it. So today is day 1 out of 6. I didn't get standby. I didn't get called in the middle of the night, which was so scary to even think about because I was having like these dreams that I was having a trip and then I'll check my schedule and then it'll be clear. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just a lot, but it's all good because we are still not called for a trip yet. Last night I started out as number 86 on the board. So I woke up this morning, I'm now number 49. So you can tell like that's a lot of change. It's a lot of flight attendants that got called overnight. But hopefully today is either a cool, like we're staying at home, getting paid still, or we're getting a trip that we like. I will keep you guys posted if anything changes, but for right now, we're gonna chill, relax, edit, all that good stuff, but still be on point just in case they call. I am already packed, so worst case scenario, if it's something like super fast, super quick, I have 2 hours to get there and I'm ready to go. Hey you guys, I had to pop in real quick and give a huge thank you and shout out to Irresistible Me. If you remember just a couple months ago, Irresistible Me sent me this amazing wig and I'm still loving it to this day. But now they graciously sent me another wig and I'm so excited to unwrap it for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all, oh my gosh, it's so nice. Y'all, I just kept pulling and pulling and eventually, y'all, oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. I haven't even took like the little netting off. I haven't took nothing off because I am just so in awe with just how much hair, the straight, the color. I am ready to put this wig on already. Oh my goodness. Do you see this movement? Oh my gosh. I am loving this already because it's a darker color. I've never really worn like darker colors. I usually go blonde or like browns. So this is gonna be amazing. And then it has like these lighter brown highlights in it. Y'all, this, let's go ahead and just put it on. Wig cap secured, edges laid, it's time. Alrighty, this is the final look and I absolutely love it. I'm not trying to play any favorites, but she just might be my favorite. I love the length, the color, just how it feels. My favorite part has to be like this highlight here. Oh, it's giving. I'll leave a link in my description box for this specific wig along with Irresistible Me's website. That way you can log on right now and go ahead and get you a beautiful wig. But before you get your shopping spree on, go ahead and use my code I'm_Mariah to get 10% off your purchase. Thank you so much again to Irresistible Me for sponsoring this video. Please make sure to check out their social media because you guys, they be giving the looks. I also just want to thank all of you for just watching this video because without you, none of this would have been possible. Now, if crew scheduling isn't calling me in a few minutes, I'm about to go ahead and act up in this wig. But for right now, let's go ahead and get back into this video. What's going on, move makers? As you guys can tell, crew scheduling interrupted me watching my movie for a trip. But it's all good because honestly, it's something I really like and it's high time credit. And it was so crazy how it all worked out because I kept seeing trips populate, then it will go away. Then I was like, okay, I'm getting higher and higher up to the list. So I know they're gonna call me soon. So at least preference something that I like. So I ended up preferencing a Phoenix all-nighter for tomorrow. Y'all, they called me within 5 minutes saying I got my preference, and I was like, oh, awesome. So I was thinking that maybe I could relax for today and then work the Phoenix all-nighter tomorrow, but nope, they called me again to get me another all-nighter. So today is day one, and we're going from Atlanta to Portland back to Atlanta, and that is all. You guys, I have not done this Portland all-nighter and I don't know how long, but you guys, it's so long. So long. I know it's going to be at least 4 hours. I would definitely say 4.5 hours, but you guys, the credit, the money is worth it. This trip alone is worth almost 10 hours, in which that's almost somebody doing a 2-day trip doing 3 legs apiece, and I'm only going from one city and then back home, and that's it. So honestly, I will take it. I'm grateful. Let's get this done. Now, my crew is definitely a lot of senior mamas and papas, but hopefully we all get to vibe together very well. I've honestly been flying with a lot of senior crews lately because of the type of trips I like to work, and luckily I've had some really good crews, so hopefully tonight is just as good. I also need to stop by our lounge to pick up my badge because my badge actually expires tomorrow, and I honestly, you guys, I was trying to get my badge 2 weeks ago, but then they were like, oh, it's not here yet, so you know, that's how it ended up how it is now. But I was trying to be proactive, okay, I promise. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking because I have to get my badge at the A lounge, and I think my flight is leaving out of F, in which, if you guys are familiar with the Atlanta airport, concourse A is at one end and F is at the other, so we got some traveling to do. But for right now, let's go ahead and get to this airport. What's going on, move makers? Oh my goodness, I don't know if Portland will ever see me again. Last night it was just a lot because honestly the passengers were so rude because they were upset that they weren't getting drinks and snacks yet, but the captain had told us that it was going to be really turbulent, and it was like we couldn't even get up. We had passengers ringing their call lights, passengers coming down the aisle while like the plane was just moving around, and they're like, hey, are we gonna get drinks and snacks? When are we gonna get drinks and snacks? And I'm just like, we made an announcement already, like we're gonna try as soon as we can, but it's just so turbulent. And then it was like when we were finally able to serve, they were like, can I get 2 drinks, 3 snacks, because I'm starving, I'm hungry, thirsty, because y'all couldn't serve us earlier. And I'm like, what? Like, why do you have to be so rude? So it was just a lot overall, but luckily I did have a great crew. My flight leader was actually my instructor when I went into training, and it was such a great reunion. We just got to talk and catch up a lot. Then I was working with a senior mama and papa, and oh my gosh, the senior mama was just like, we were like this. She was so funny. Like, if it wasn't for her, I would have been like super sleepy on that red eye back to Atlanta. But honestly, like, she kept me entertained. Now, I will say the CM Pampa, he was really nice and everything, but he did just get like a little, not, what's the word? He just got a little frustrated, I guess, with me because he is a very pro-union person, and for me, I just understand both sides. I really don't like having the conversation with some flight attendants because they don't see both sides, and it's just, it can cause like a lot of mess. Just like having a conversation about religion or politics, that's what it's like when it's talking about union and non-union. It's just too much. Long story short, you guys, he got frustrated with me because he wanted me to sign on the spot, like my name and everything, to petition, but it was asking for like all of my like private information, like my address and stuff, and I just was not comfortable. And I was just like, I'm not comfortable signing this. And he just got frustrated because he was like, well, you're not serious, da, da, da. And I was like, it's not that, it's just, I don't know, I feel like I would need to do my own research, and it's just a conversation that you can only have with a very few amount of flight attendants, because people who are super passionate and like they just don't look past their point of view, that's where it gets messy. But anyway, you guys, I did sleep a lot when I got home, so I feel really, really good for this red eye tonight. Today is day 2, and of course we're doing that trip from Atlanta to Phoenix back to Atlanta. I haven't been called for another trip yet. I haven't preferenced anything specifically for tomorrow. I'm hoping maybe I can just slide by and get some more sleep because we still have so many on-day calls. But other than that, you guys, I am dying to get a coffee right now, so hopefully I can get one before this trip. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into this airport. What's going on, move makers? Oh my gosh, literally so much has been happening since we got off that all-nighter in Phoenix. It's been crazy, but let's go ahead and just get into it. Alrighty, guys, so as you can tell, I'm in my uniform because we do have another trip tonight. But before we get into that, let's talk about last night. My bad, I was taking my dog outside. She's all finished, so I just came back inside and decided to tell you guys here. So going to Phoenix, it was really good. It was full. It took us 3 hours and 30 minutes to get there. The turbulence was crazy, so we were delayed in our service, but we still were able to finish. And overall, my crew was really, really nice. And it was so crazy, actually, because when we were getting ready to go to Phoenix, I had a passenger walk up to me and he was like, "Hey, is the boarding door closed? I just realized my son left his iPad out by the gatehouse." And I was just like, ooh, because the door was closed at this point. But I was just like, okay, well, let me at least try, call my flight leader and see what we can do. So I called her and we let the captain know. And the captain was so nice. He literally waited, like, because we were ready to push back and everything. And he waited to get confirmation from the gate agent to see if that iPad was there. And luckily it still was. So it was so funny. The captain had just opened up his window and they just passed it through. I thought that was great because, I mean, luckily we didn't have to like open up the door again, all that good stuff. So I did return his iPad to him. He was super grateful, which I completely understand because these iPads are not cheap anymore. They used to be like reasonably priced, but now these iPads, you're spending the same amount as like a laptop. It's insane. I believe the newest iPad right now is like almost $2,000. It's ridiculous. But I'm so happy that that guy got his iPad back because I just, oof, it just sucks. You don't want to lose anything at the airport, you know? Now coming back from Phoenix to Atlanta, we were full, y'all, to the point where they sold our safety seats. And honestly, I was really upset. I was mad because it was already so turbulent going to Phoenix. And I was like, coming back, I knew it was gonna be turbulent as well. And those safety seats mean so much to us in the back because we're in the back in the galley trying to help set up, get ready for service. And if and when turbulence hits, we have nowhere to go because there's no seats. So that's just a lot of risk for us to get injured. I mean, I keep hearing stories on a daily about flight attendants breaking bones, getting surgery, are out for months, and it's just too much. So unfortunately, it is our policy that whenever a flight is oversold, they will sell out our safety seats, which that's just something I really don't agree with, but you know, it is what it is. I'm hoping that we somehow get that changed soon because safety is priority. That's what we always hold ourselves to a standard to. And if we're gonna continue to do that, we need to make sure we do that even with our crew. But anyway, on a brighter note, it was still a good flight. Of course, it was turbulent coming back, so we did end up staying in our jump seats and we made it all the way back to Atlanta. We made it a little bit early, I think. So that was good. And y'all, I was just ready to go. I was so tired. It's just been such a long time since I've done all-nighters back to back, but y'all, this is about to be the longest stretch that we've ever done so far. Now let's get into today because this is insane. So I took a nap as soon as I got home, woke up around 11 a.m. and I opened up my phone and I saw that I got scheduled a 3-day trip for a 30-hour San Jose layover. Now, it definitely sounds amazing. I'm sure it is. My friend was telling me how he had a great time. But for me, I'm just like, if I'm flying, especially if I'm having a layover, I like to maximize my time. I like to make sure that it's basically worth it. And honestly, those credits are just so low. It's only 14 hours that you're getting paid for. It's just not worth it. So I was trying to switch on a trip with my friend, but because his report time is too early, I'm not legal for it. And then I ended up going on the swap board. I found this girl who has a Phoenix all-nighter for tonight. And I was like, hey, like, I'm not sure if you might be interested in this 30-hour layover. And she was like, yeah, I would love to do this, but she's on A days as well. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't really know how that will work. So I ended up calling my friend Blair. Huge shout out to Blair, because if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't have happened at all, because I did not know I could do this. So he told me, hey, Moriah, call scheduling, let them know y'all want to switch and they can do it manually. And I was like, wait, really? I was so surprised, and I was so grateful that he told me that, because I just didn't know. So I ended up calling scheduling, and the other girl that I was swapping with, she had to call to confirm that what I was saying was true, and they manually did it for us. So we're no longer doing the 30-hour San Jose. We're going to be doing the Phoenix all-nighter tonight. Now, I know some of you guys might be like, Moriah, why would you switch a 30-hour layover for an all-nighter? We all have our preferences, and I completely understand. I know it does sound crazy, and I just like to make sure that I'm getting the most out of my trips and getting paid. Now, granted, if I knew somebody on this trip that I really liked to fly with and have a good time with, I would have stayed on that layover. But again, for me, I'm ready to get to the money, get back home, and let's turn this thing around, you know? But I know that was a lot to dump on you guys, so I apologize for all of that. But you guys, I'm about to go ahead and get ready to go to this Phoenix all-nighter. But first, we need some food. I'm thinking Chick-fil-A, so that's our first stop. And then we're gonna get to the parking lot, so then we can get to the airport. So I will see you guys then. Chick-fil-A is secured. I am gonna go ahead and just eat this in my car since I got here pretty early, and then we can be ready for this flight. What's going on, move makers? We have finally made it back home. Going to Phoenix and coming back was definitely turbulent, but we were still able to get our service done. We were cutting it close, but we finished. As soon as I touched down in Atlanta, I got another notification about another all-nighter for tonight. So you already know what that means. I'm gonna go ahead and just sleep for a majority of the day and just get ready for tonight. Y'all, this is gonna be absolutely insane doing 4 all-nighters in a row, but we can do this. It's gonna be okay. I think we'll manage and push through. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to Irresistible Me for sponsoring this video. Make sure you go check them out and use my code I'm_Moriah to get you 10% off of your purchase. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know when I post next. And don't forget to check out my social media. And always remember, when you make a move, make sure it's for you. I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye.
Catch me if I